Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Let's start by discussing very first question. Muscarinic acetylcholine receptors are a type of, the answer is G protein coupled receptors. What does these receptors do? These receptors, these receptors means G protein coupled receptors, they activate G protein when ACH or acetylcholine binds them, right? Next question, actinic protein present in sarcomere is, the answer is required for attachment of actin filaments to Z line. Alright, these actin filaments, this Z line, these are the component of the sarcomere. And this actin protein, they attach actin filaments to the Z line. We know na, here are thick myosin, thick filaments, here are thin filaments, and there comes your Z line. It is a structure of what? Sarcomere, which is functional and mechanical unit of muscle contraction, right? Next question, insulin is a peptide hormone. Okay, now what is peptide? This is another name for proteins. Mean insulin is synthesized by the combination of amino acids, right? Next question, which treatment would provide the greatest therapeutic benefit in patients with acromegaly? Now, to understand this question, first we should know what is acromegaly. Acromegaly is a condition where pituitary gland, it secretes large amount of growth hormone, right? So when growth hormone is secreted in the excess, the height will increase. So to treat this condition, the patient is injected with somatostatin hormone. This lowers the GH level, right? So the answer is somatostatin. Next questions, Cohen's syndrome is caused by, the answer is excessive production of aldosterone. And aldosterone, it is secreted by adrenal glands. Next question, which of the following microtubule motor protein present in axoneme have in the motility of cilia and flagella? The answer is protein dynein. This protein dynein interact with the microtubules and cause movement in cilia and flagella. Next question, nuclear lamins are type B, type 5th intermediate filaments. And what they do? They provide structural support to nucleus. Question number 8. In a population, W11, W12 and W22 represent fitness of three genotypes, A1, 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 A2 and A2, A2 respectively. If fitness relation between the three fitness is this, what type of natural selection will it be? The answer is over dominance. You have to use here Hardy-Weinberg equation. Right? The next question is, cystic fibrosis is a disease caused by recessive homozygous condition. Consider a population in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. If frequency of cystic fibrosis is 1 in 2,000 individuals, then what percentage of individuals in that population will be heterozygous carriers? The correct answer will be 5.0%. Next question, Mississippian and Pennsylvanian are superiors of which of the following geological period? The answer is Carboniferous period. Okay, these Mississippian and Pennsylvanian superiors were present in Carboniferous geological period. Next question, Hyracotherium is a fossil of, the answer is horse. Next question, which of the following is an example of trace fossil? Following is an example of a trace fossil? The answer is burrows formed by the ancient animals. The burrows which were formed by the ancient animals are example of trace fossil. Next question, which of the following process nitrous acid causes mutation? Answer is, it converts cytosine to uracil. Through the process Deamination. Deamination. And what happens on cytosine? There are groups NH3. There are groups NH3. This nitrous acid, it removes this group and converts cytosine to uracil. Next question. Cause of Turner syndrome is cause of Turner syndrome is, the answer is monosomy of triple X chromosome in females. Monosomy means additional X chromosome where? In females. Now, what will be the chromosome number? 46 plus there will be double X and Y. Okay. Turner syndrome, it occurs in the female where there is additional X chromosome. Next question, which of the following organisms are also known as Lamb cells? The answer is brachypods. These brachypods, they have upper cell, that means they are covered with shells which look like oil, lamp, so known as lamp cells, right? Next question, fructose transporter expressed on the apical border of enterocytes. Apical border of enterocytes in the small intestine is GLUT. Fine. What does this stand for GLUT? GLUT means glucose transporter number 5, right? They are present in the small intestine and they uptake fructose from intestinal lumen into cell. Means, okay, suppose these are enterocyte cells, here present GLUT5, and these GLUT5, they intake fructose from intestinal lumen into the cells which are enterocytes. Next question, which of the following hormone increases the secretion of pancreatic enzyme? The answer is cholecystokinin hormone. It stimulates pancreatic enzyme secretions, right? It stimulates pancreatic enzyme secretion. Next question, immune complexes mediated hypersensitivity. Immune complex, this mediated hypersensitivity is type 3 hypersensitivity. Type 3 hypersensitivity, it involves immune responses, right? Next question, pancreatic lipase is an example of hydrolase enzyme. Go through your books, see classification of the enzymes. There you will understand why pancreatic lipase belong to hydrolases, or which enzymes or which hormones are included in anarolysis, transferases, or oxidorelases. Next question, gastric inhibitory polypeptide is secreted by, the answer is small intestine. This enzyme is secreted by small intestine, especially by duodenum and jejunum. Next question, which of the following complement component act as opsonin for phagocytosis of pathogens? The answer is C3b. C stands for complement component, right? What is opsonin? Yeah, what is opsonization? Means when your pathogen comes in, these opsonin surrounds them so that they can be phagocytized, right? Next question, which of the following antibody activate the classical pathway of complement system? The answer is IgG. It binds complement system or complement pathway and initiate reaction leading to the destruction of target cell. What is the final? They destroy target cells. Next question, maternal antibodies provide which type of immunity to the fetus? The answer is natural passive immunity. Antibody from mother transferred to fetus through what? Through placenta, breast milk, etc. And this is natural passive immunity. Okay, occurring naturally and passive, which transfer from mother to fetus, right? Next, enzymes that differ in amino acid sequence but catalyze the same chemical reaction are known as, the answer is isozymes. These isozymes, these have different amino acid sequence, amino acid sequence, but they catalyze same chemical reactions. Now, what are another enzymes? What are ribozymes? Ribozymes, they are RNA. They are basically RNA, but they act as enzyme. They have enzymatic activities. Now, what are enzymes? They are actually antibodies. क्या होते हैं? They are actually antibodies with enzymatic properties. And allosteric enzymes, whose activity is regulated by binding of another molecules. By binding of another molecules. Right? Next question, question number 25th. Which of the following act as allosteric activator for aspartate transcarbamylase? The answer is ATP. The answer is adenosine triphosphate. Next question, Michaelis constant Km value is equal to the concentration of substrate at half of the maximum velocity. Half of the maximum velocity. Next question, which of the following is not a property of genetic code? Carefully read all the statement, and the correct statement will be they see genetic code is overlapping. Okay, this is wrong statement. In actual genetic code, they are non-overlapping. They are non-overlapping. Next question, which sequence is required for the prokaryotic mRNA for the attachment of small subunit of ribosome during translation? The answer is Shane-Delgado sequence. This sequence is ribosomal binding site. And it occurs in prokaryotes. Prokaryotes. Next, the eels are characterized by snake-like body. Next question, at the end of telophase 1 and cytokinesis, there are two haploid cells. Next question, in mammal cells, the DNA of the centromere is characterized by constitutive heterochromatin. It means it is inactive. It is inactive because it is highly condensed. Next question, Golgi complex plays a major role in. The answer is glycosylation of lipids and proteins. What is glycosylation? It is the modification and packaging of proteins through addition of sugar or carbohydrates. In glycosylation, sugar is added with lipids and proteins. Next question, which of the following amino acid is the precursor of the thyroid hormone T3 and T4? The answer is tyrosine. Tryptophan, it is precursor of serotonin, right? Next question, the term diversity means. The answer is the number and abundance of species in an area. Next question, which one of the following acts as a precocious urinary bladder in which nitrogenous waste accumulates during the development of chick? The answer is allantois. Whether it is chick or rabbit, the nitrogenous waste accumulates in the allantois part of the placenta. Next question, the water phosphorus system, it is characterized by asterias, which is echinodermate. Next question, which type of surface marker is present on every nucleated cell in the human body? The answer is MHC1, major histocompatibility complex class 1, right? Next question, the study of degenerative changes in aging is called gerontology. Now, what is etiology? It is the study of disease. Teratology, any abnormal embryonic development. And what is chronology? We are aware. Next question, what water is not reabsorbed in which of the following part of the loop of Henle? The answer is ascending limb. The ascending limb is impermeable to water, but is permeable to sodium, potassium, and ions. Okay, they are absorbed while water is not absorbed. Next question, the diagnostic stage of Trichuris trichura is. The answer is barrel-shaped X with two polar plug. Next question, which of the following is uncoupler of oxidative phosphorylation? The answer is 2,4-dinitrophenol. This T4,2,4-dinitrophenol, it is uncoupler of oxidative phosphorylation or ATP. Now, what is this oligomycin 2? This inhibit ATP synthase enzyme. Okay, this inhibit ATP synthase enzyme. And what cyanide 2? It inhibits cytochrome C oxidase enzyme. And retinol, it is simply vitamin E. Next question, quadrate bone in reptiles evolved to form which bone in mammal? The answer is incus. Next question, type of central invertebrate of mammal is a cilius. Next question, type of jaw suspension in snake, lizard, and worse is answer B, streptosteny. Next question, name the first transgenic fish approved as food for human consumption? The answer is salmon. Pattern of migration in which freshwater fishes travel several thousand kilometers, starting from the rivers, reaching the spawning ground in the sea. The answer is anadromous. In anadromous, the fishes, they travel from freshwater resource toward seawater. While in catadromous, the situation is reserved. The seawater fishes, they travel towards freshwater for spawning, right? Next question. Female anglerfish has a glowing natural lure on top of its head to draw its meal nearer. This fishing rod is light producing photophores. Next question. The only apes found in India. Answer is full of gibbons. Next question. Pneumotaxic center is located in. The answer is bones. Rasping organ known as radula is found in. The answer is phyla and it belongs to mollusca. It is a mollusk. Next, which vessel transports blood rich in oxygen and nutrients to the fetus? The answer is very simple, umbilical vein. Next question, in which menstrual cycle phase does implantation occur? Implantation कब होती है? It occurs during the secretory phase when endometrium is thick and rich in nutrients. Next question, the excretory organ of saccoglossus is. The answer is proboscis gland. Proboscis gland. Don't confuse it with mouth. It is excretory organ while it is present in the oral area. Next question. Which of the following is an example of metalloprotein? The answer is protamine, meaning it contains bound metal ions. Next question. Name the class of RNA which take part in RNA-LT. The answer is snRNA, small nuclear RNA. It modifies pre-mRNA into modified RNA. Next question. Which of the following is a gregarious pest? The answer is Robusta. The answer is Robusta. Okay, but these are the class of grasshoppers. Grasshoppers. They are gregarious, and gregarious mean this insect moves in large groups, and cause damage to crops and damage crops. Right. Next, in mammals, hind limbs are absenting. The answer is cetaceans. Example क्या है cetaceans के? Whale, dolphins. Next, the two final product of beta oxidation of odd chain fatty acids are. Answer is acetyl coenzyme A and propionyl coenzyme A. These both propionyl coenzymes A, they transforms into the succinyl coenzyme A, which goes toward the TCA cycle. Next, nucleoside consists of. The answer is two nitrogenous bases. And what if phosphorus joins? They will become nucleotide. So there is a difference between nucleoside and nucleotide. Phosphorus devoid chain is called nucleoside, right? Next question. Name the process by which a malignant cell spread throughout normal cell. The answer is metastasis. Metastasis is the term which is used particularly with the cancerous or malignant cells. Next question. Apolipoprotein V is important for the absorption of. The answer is fatty acids. They transport these apolipoprotein. They transport fatty acids and cholesterol in bloodstream. Next question. Which one of the following is a cephalopodate? The answer is branchiostoma. The branchiostoma. Next question. River blindness is caused by. The answer is Onchocerca volvulus. It lives under the skin. And cause blindness as damage. It damages optic nerve. Next question. The unit of conductivity are. The answer is C. Next, navel glands is the sheath on either side of axial filament in a spermatid. It is formed by mitochondria. Next question. Which of the following is not a carp? The answer is Garabotla gotila. It is a loch. It belongs to loches. But actually these carp and these loches, they are fishes. And fishes, we have different kind of classification, so they belong to the loches. Next question. Which of the following represent the depolarization of the ventricle? The answer is QRS complex. It represents ventricular depolarization. Now, atrial depolarization is represented by the T-wave. Right? Next question. The term new systematic was introduced by. The answer is Adolf Engler. And what is new systematic? It is a system of classifying. It is a system of classifying organisms based on their evolutionary relationships, right? Next question. The ability of cell or tissue to respond to specific induction signal is known as competence. Means that cell has receptor and intercellular machinery to react for signal. Next question. See well paradox suggests us about. The answer is collinearity between genome size and complexity of a organism. Next question. Juxtaglomerular cells in the kidney excrete. The answer is renin, and it regulates blood pressure by activating RAS system. By activating RAS system. And what is this RAS system means? Both your votes. Which of the following is not a measure of similarity index? The answer is Shannon index because it measures diversity. It measures diversity, not similarity. Next, Cassoni test is used for the diagnosis of hydatidiosis. Next question. Hydrochloric acid in stomach is created by parietal cell. And another name for parietic cell is oxyntic cells. Next question. Each thiophis is an amphibian. So, this was the Cet Pg previous year question paper of 2017. I hope you all had clarification of all these questions. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.